Hi everyone and welcome back to the Soma Space. In this video I'm going to talk about this Tai Chi walking. Really important fundamental technique in the practice of Tai Chi, and I'm going to demonstrate it here. This is the basics of Tai Chi walking. You can see that I'm stepping forward and kind of shifting between different stances. That stance there is called T stance and that is called a bow stance. There is another video in this playlist about different Tai Chi stances, but that's just basically what it is. So let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to demonstrate this, just talk through Tai Chi walking through a short demonstration of the opening steps from the 24-step short form, Yang style short form. And here, don't worry about what I'm doing with my arm movements. What I'm asking you to do just here is to concentrate just on what I'm doing with my feet. So first of all, I turn 90 degrees to my right, step out. Then you're going to see I'm going to step in, bring my left foot in, and then step out with it. And then repeat on the other side. Bring my right foot in, and then step out with my right foot. Bring the left foot in, and step out with the left foot, and then bring the right foot in and step out with the right foot. This is the basics of Tai Chi walking. Now I've done a freeze frame here to show you, just to go into a bit more detail about the stance I'm in here, which is the bow stance. It's a right bow stance, meaning that my right leg is leading, my left foot is pointing out 45 degrees. My right foot is pointing directly ahead of me. 70% of my weight in my front leg, 30% in the back leg. Now, here's one of two things. First of all, I've done a freeze frame here to show you that what I've done is to shift my weight into my back leg, i.e. my left leg, and at the same time I'm lifting the toe of my right foot off the ground. The heel of the right foot is on the ground. And you'll perhaps notice as well that I'm trying to turn my right foot just out to the right as well. Then we move on. And on to the second thing, which is this. Now again, I've done a freeze frame here to show you this stance. It's called T stance. Again, there's a bit more in the other video I've made about more advanced stances in Tai Chi. But you can see that all of my weight is now stacked into my right leg. The toes of my left foot are quite close to my right foot here. And from this position, guess what happens next? We step out into a left bow stance and repeat. Left foot turns out, T stance, step forward into bow stance again, and keep repeating. This is the basics of Tai Chi walking. It looks a bit complicated, does take a bit of learning, but you'll get there. Now, I'm going to come back into the main view, and you see here that to begin with I'm standing in a right bow stance. My right leg is leading, the toes of my right foot pointing directly ahead. The back foot is turned out at 45 degrees. So let's start off in this position in a right bow stance. You'll notice as I do this I'll be shifting the weight back and forward a bit like a pendulum. And then we continue. I shift my weight back, lift the toes, step into T stance, and then step into a left bow stance, making sure that I'm pointing forward. Then shift the weight back, left toes come out, 45 degrees, step into T stance, step into a right bow stance, shift the weight back, right foot comes out, step into T stance, left bow stance. So you see it's this pendulum movement with lifting of the toes, stepping between T stance and bow stance, but generally stepping forwards. Okay, a little bit of practice here just to think about this T stance and bow stance thing. You see I start here in Tai Chi stance, feet parallel, and then bring my foot in to make T stance. That's me gesturing because it's a T shape, one foot perpendicular to the other. A right T stance, and then let's do the same on the other side, turning into a left T stance, bringing the left toe in, kind of perpendicular to the right foot. And I'm just going to freeze the frame here a little once again, just to show you something, which is that in T stance most of my weight is going to be in one leg. I'm stacking it all into one leg, and the toe of the other foot is just very lightly kissing the floor. T stance is quite a difficult position to hold because you've got all of your weight going into one leg, all of your weight stacking through the leg into the floor. So it's actually quite a difficult thing to hold, but we don't hold it for very long. It's always a prelude to moving into the bow stance. And that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm stepping now into a right bow stance, shifting the weight forward, and I'm going to come back into uh, Tai Chi stance, and then once more into T stance on the right, and then stepping forward into the bow stance. Heel comes down first, very important. This we place the heel down and then sort of roll through onto the flat of your foot. So let's practice all of this together. I start in Wuji stance, then I sink and step out into Tai Chi stance, then I lift my right leg into left leg into a left T stance, then step forward, heel comes down first into a left bow stance. Then I'm going to come back to Tai Chi stance, Wuji stance, step out into Tai Chi stance, and then again left foot comes in, step into a left bow stance. So that's the basic configuration of stances here. One more time, just going through the general thing. So shifting the weight back, turning the foot up and out, step into T stance, and then step into bow stance on the other side. Remembering that 70% of the weight is in the front leg, 30% in the back. Then shifting the weight back, turning the foot of the leading leg out. I'm demonstrating there, 45 degrees, turning out from the center line, 45 degrees, step into T stance, then step into bow stance, directly forward, facing your opponent. Then the same thing, shift your weight back, turn the foot out, and then repeat. You get the basic idea here. So it's a bit of a strange way to be walking, but this is what Tai Chi walking looks like. It's all about maintaining stability, rooting, grounding on the floor. And last but not least, I'm just going to demonstrate this from the other, so walking the opposite direction here. So the same thing, Tai Chi walking, but walking this time left to right across the frame of the camera here. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a complicated thing to learn, but there's something very, very essential, elemental, really important about this, learning how to do Tai Chi walking. Thank you very much for watching.